the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys, and this is episode 31.
Trace one.
Trace. I'm
Your
uh, A-
names?
I'm Abel Bone Jenkins.
You a pill hand now? I'm Abel Jones. What you know about Abel, man? He get the work. He get the job done. If I have me 10 more like Abel, it's your boy Molito, man.
And this is Geek 40.
So how were your weeks, gentlemen?
Good. Busy. Traveled a lot to Texas.
Say
Woo,
hi.
this beautiful country of ours, huh?
Yeah, it was
The dirt part of it.
Yeah, there's nothing. You're just driving. You're like, y'all live like this? Oh, all the houses are on the freeway because don't nobody want to live out there in the desert. But it's different. It's different in the middle of the country. Yeah. I thought there was gonna be a shooting in the gas station over his debit card not working. I was like, hey, don't be mad at her. You broke.
Did you get some of those wrapper chips or maybe some Whataburger?
No, they wanted to go to Whataburger so bad, and I was like, you guys want to go? And then it just never happened. We had so much shit to do. I've had Whataburger. It's like In and Out to me. I'm one of those.
I ask every person that goes to Texas about Whataburger.
Man, I fucks with Whataburger, man. You tripping. But I only like the one in El Paso. Every other Whataburger I've been to has been trash. But the one in El Paso, that one in El Paso right after 10, that motherfucker be hitting maybe because they're always busy and they get a lot of people, so they be on their shit. But that one be every time that shit hit. The rest of them like, But that one in El Paso, the one any Whataburger in Arizona, just skip that motherfucker. Just no waste of time.
That's where I had it, so that's probably my
yeah. See, that's where you fucked up. Go to El Paso, nigga.
No.
That's like Waffle House in Phoenix. They ain't really Waffle House. That don't count. Yeah, my week was whatever. Yeah, I started playing Horizon. Excited about that. Liking it so far.
What's that?
Other than that, it's just daughter had her last soccer game this week, and I behaved myself.
I was gonna ask you, did you play
no
nice?
Juan and Maria's.
No, there was nothing said. That's because I was distracted.
Yep.
I'm gonna just leave it there. I have my AirPods in. I just kind of wandered off. Like I can't even tell you if she won because I wasn't really paying attention. I was distracted.
You were just doing this.
Go team. And she's like, Dad. She said, Dad, and I hit her with the good job. Good job.
I know. Trust me.
Mr. 40?
Let's see. A whole week of awkwardness because everybody apparently knows that I had COVID. So
And they listen.
Everybody's walking around like I now have the plague, and I'm like, I'm
People
negative.
still do that?
There, yes.
So are they white?
Yeah.
No.
mean,
no. I was like, they're using that as an excuse.
I even got a few. Oh, I thought they fired you. I was like, okay.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I see how people really think around here. Cool. But other than that, I mean, apparently we lost another contract while I was gone, so that's the thing. I don't, man. This is a straight sinking ship, and I need a life raft. I need to get out this bitch.
Take all the money on the way out.
Send us to Addy.
Oh yeah. Well, no more. Say less.
Mr. McFly, your week, sir. You
been a week.
Give us what happened?
It's just been a week. It's been a week. I got to watch Uncharted. That was nice.
You liked it? Enjoyed it?
It was. I will say this. It's like watching Spider-Man in his next adventure because that's what it felt like. It didn't feel like he embodied Nathan Drake. It's watching Peter Parker play Nathan Drake.
So he's
But the
gotten to the
movie was
point.
good.
So he's gotten to the point to where no matter every time you see him, you think Spider Man.
Yeah, and the dope thing is I get why they chose him because he has the ability to pretty much Jackie Chan that shit. He did most of his stunts, and I was like, this motherfucker's acrobatic. I didn't realize to what degree, but yeah, in that movie you see it without the mask. This motherfucker's acrobatic. Like he can flip and do the whole. Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, I see why they chose him.
I mean, I
I,
was looking forward to your review of Sifu as well.
that'll come over the weekend. Um, I'll just say Sifu is it's it's taxing. It'll piss you off.
Now,
You
what
and
age are
you
you
have
at?
to every time I do this, Keith, I age out at about I there was one time because I've tried this many times, I hit 70. And
Damn.
it was only the
Yeah,
second level and it fucked me up. And
You guys
I had to start over and I thought I was getting it because I got through the first like level the part of the club and somewhere like I don't know,
I
like
would have
20,
I
30
would have
minutes in, I got
uninstalled.
fucked up. Yeah. It
Yeah, I'm
fucked me
good.
up. They
I'm
they
good.
like you'll be thinking you're getting it, and then a group of them will just jump you, and you're like, "Well, fuck it!" Like I went from being 21 to 40 within a matter of 10 minutes. They fucked me up. Like, like it was a frustrating. I was
Damn.
like, "Shit,
Yeah, I'm
fuck this
good.
game."
I'm
It's a
good on that.
dope game. It's just, boy, if you fuck up, you will. Yeah.
I thought you said seafood, and then Keith said what age, and I was like, huh?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I know it, Kevin. It's a game on PlayStation. It's called Sifu. It's
It makes 1,000 times more sense. Okay.
yeah, and
Every time you die,
there's
you
no
age.
difficulty settings. There's no difficulty
Oh,
settings.
okay.
So you gotta be nice. You
I was
know?
about to say all it is either you throw hands or you catching hands.
Yes,
Damn.
that game. I had to take so many breaks. Fuck.
Wait till they put it in the metaverse.
Yeah, right.
At one point,
It's already in the metaverse. You just got to walk into Walmart.
it is a game that'll make you feel like you might actually know some kung fu. That's how much you get your ass
Shit.
whooped.
I will say this: you're not alone because I had one moment today. I was playing Horizon where I said, you know what, fuck this. I was about to throw my controller. That's when I took a nap. I said, I'm just gonna just take a nap. Let's just pause everything.
Regroup.
This is why I stick to my guns when it comes to like Call of Duty or 2K because I've grown used to those frustrations. When you play a new game and they hit you out of nowhere, it'll yeah, a different type of emotion you hit when it's new.
It's good.
To,
Okay.
to the shit you expect, you're like, oh yeah, I'm used to this in Call of Duty. I'm
No,
used to this in 2K.
I expected that shit to be hard. I didn't think it'd be this hard. Nigga, I'm playing on normal. I might have to kick this shit down to super easy. I said, what the fuck?
Story, you gotta hit it with the story mode. You gotta hit it with story mode.
Yeah, just like, I'm gonna casually play. I'm just gonna go through and see where it takes me. I
I
mean,
said, why am I fighting for my life against everybody?
fuck.
Sounds like
yeah, man.
real life.
Yeah, right.
Yes, yes.
I was supposed to be decompressing, trying to enjoy myself. I said, this shit is raising my blood pressure.
Regular stress. You mean there's bills?
Yes. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. They're supposed to help you unwind, and
Yeah,
that's not happening at all. That's
the complete opposite.
yeah.
The
All
reason why I
right.
don't play like Dark Souls games and stuff like that.
Yeah. Um. Shit.
And we
All
deep
right.
dive. Let's get into it.
Let's get into this shit. Don't let these games fuck up
That
our
shit
start.
triggered me. So
Um. So I was at work. Oh, let's watch. Let's unwind, rewind. I was getting up to go to work, and I saw somebody on my Facebook news feed had just simply said the phrase, "Who got the Nelly video?" And I said, "What the fuck are they talking about?" So I just do a quick search and see that Nelly got, you know, he got some sloppy toppy or dry toppy, depending on who you ask. And I was like, "Oh, okay, so all right, that's that's what the talk's about. All right, you guys are talking about Nelly getting fellatio. All right, cool, cool. Get to work. I chop it up with Mo Lethal here. I go back to the Twitterverse, Black Twitter, because they're ruthless. And now it's not about the act of fellatio itself. Now all these women are starting to clown his his appendage size. Now they're talking about how small he is. And they start clowning and they're going through all these memes and I said, "God damn, okay."
A-N.
Then the next day, and I started to feel like this might be a conspiracy because it's Black History Month and suddenly all these rappers or shit's getting leaked. It's weird. Little Fizz, emphasis on the little apparently for these women, his video leaks. Now they're clowning his penis on Black Twitter. I said, "God damn, okay." They're going in on him. They're going him worse than they are Nelly. Then they start doing comparisons between them and Nelly. I think, all right, these women are wilding. Whatever. Next day, Isaiah Rashad from the Top Dog Entertainment, he gets outed for being gay. And him getting outed for being gay then switches the whole narrative to now it's no longer about clowning these men. Now it's they're coming to Isaiah Rashad defense for the most part, which I understand, which is all good. Your choice, you love who you love. But my issue started become apparent when I started noticing how quick they were to drag Nelly, Little Fizz without hesitation. These men can't control what they packing, and these women drag them in the fucking mud. But they didn't hesitate to come to the defense of Isaiah Rashad, which bugged me. I said, at what point does this across the board is just wrong that they got leaked or this or whatever it is what it is, and not because like we talk about it all the time. If it was on the opposite foot and this is a woman that happened to, it would be a whole different narrative. They would look at us like I don't know. Different things. I just wanted to know because it really frustrated me when I saw it because I was like, God damn, these men can't control this shit. What are your guys' takes on how women approach, I guess, social media now and how they're pretty much open to being these? They're brutal. Black Twitter is brutal. I said, God damn, they're brutal. So I'm just trying to get your takes on this shit because, God damn, it scared me. I said, God, these women, man. Shit. Shout out to the woman, though. I saw love, but yes, you guys get brutal. It's
You want to go,
I'm gonna,
Mo?
I'm gonna let you take it, Juicy.
Well, you gotta know my take. Shit. It's part of it. I don't fuck it. Whatever, nigga. I don't care. I don't want we starting up hard about dicks, nigga. Like but and part of me was like, oh, there's some niggas on there too that was like, yeah, look at this little dick nigga. And you're like, why are you worried?
I will say I did see a couple. I got a bigger dick than Nelly. Hey, like it's like what's
Like,
like
what are you
just chimed
what,
in with
nigga?
what kind of flex is that? Like, okay.
Like,
But,
But like as per I'll go with the whole Isaiah Rashad part. I think it's more they didn't mess with him as much on that because he's gay and they're like, well, it ain't our dick.
oh, you're talking about the women?
That's
That was the women. That
yeah,
was
they're
women
like,
take.
hey,
Okay.
it ain't coming to us, so fuck it. Be whatever size you want it to be. But the women, fuck it. Get your kicks, girl. Get your kicks.
I didn't know they. These women are way more brutal than us, and
Look,
that shit's
It's
scary.
impressive. It's impressive.
it just confirmed my theory that they are just as, if not worse, than we are.
No, worse.
The only difference is when we say shit, we get dragged to the mud. If we talk
Yes.
about a chick having no ass or tiny titties or her lips fucked up, mouth face fucked up, we're misogynistic, we're sexist, we're everything. But they can randomly and openly just compare dick sizes you know, and it's cool. Like we can't do anything about our penis size. We get what we get. It's like
we can
we're playing we were playing. I guess God was playing craps that day. And whatever number hit the table, that's what you got. I guess that's how. I don't know how it worked. You know what I mean?
Advertising I'm getting on Facebook now. Oil is a motherfucking ad. According to these fucking ads.
Yeah, you can buy it.
But I'm just saying, like, ain't no dude going to Dr. Miami, bro. That's what I'm saying. Hey man, let me get a couple inches of girth, man. Like, come on, like, we can't.
He's a doctor for a reason. Like, what do you specialize in? Just dicks. You can't do no other surgery other than that. Ain't nobody gonna let you do nothing else. You're not working on my nose. No, absolutely not.
I'm just saying. To me, I want to laugh at it because it's like, man, it's very, very petty. But at the same time, to be honest, it's like had it been reverse, like for instance, if when Rihanna came out with those pregnancy photos, right? If anybody would have said one bad thing about those photos, about whatever, bro,
hey, my man,
he would have been dragged.
Say about a pregnant woman though, like he
some
getting dragged.
Would.
Anyway,
look at
she fat. You're like, hey nigga, she got a baby in there. Like,
you might want to use Lizzo as an example.
Lizzo,
yeah, you can't say nothing about Lizzo. You'll get dragged.
They use the body shaming shit. Yeah, you're right.
You get dragged.
It didn't stop at all.
You know what I mean?
Think it's worse on the flip side though. Like they're getting brutal. Fuck.
It is.
None of it surprises me either. The only difference is social media. The shit that they're saying, like between their girls and stuff. Yeah, the same shit that they're saying during that Twitter thread is the same shit they be talking about in group chats.
Look,
over the phone back in the day.
We have a coworker who is openly she you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say her name. And you know who I'm talking about. She's about that life. And she will be online talking about penises openly.
Wait.
Can
I give you a nickname? Can I give you a nickname?
What?
Miles a Dick.
Fuck. I hope she I think she know good and goddamn well who we talking about.
Just call her Mod. Hey Mod, how you doing? She's like, what? Miles a Dick.
I'll tell you, like, so, but then again, I've heard my wife and her cousin talk about shit like this too. Like they talk about it, bro. They just, some women are just more like raw savage with it than others, but they all talk about that shit. I just think it is a double standard because if we mention some shit, we get dragged. You know what I mean?
That is fair though. They went through so much before we got to this. Women, yes, they did. Yeah, even from the caveman, they were talking about just clubbing the bitch and dragging her. I shouldn't have said bitch, but you know what I'm saying. Couldn't vote till what, the 60s, 70s? Yeah, it's pretty bad. They had pretty bad time. Not 70s. That's what
I'm sorry. You lost your momentum as soon as you said bitch. I said, goddamn.
Yeah. I just hung out with a lot of women and they use bitch like nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I was just like, cause you're doing the whole you ride for them. Yeah, we gotta just stick these bitches is like, oh, they got jumped right off.
Probably turned real quick like, Kev, come on, man. Sometimes you get a pass. You're like, hey, he is what he is.
I mean, the gay guys say it all the time. What's different?
Well,
I guess
same thing with his hair.
Definitely see the woman rocking what you do in the podcast, and as soon as you say that, they say, no, fuck that.
That Kevin guy, get him off the show.
I thought he was an ally until he used that word.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I am. I'm with you.
So, final verdicts, thoughts?
It's a double standard.
It's a double standard, and we just kind of it's one of those many things we live with.
Well deserved.
Storm.
Yeah. Well deserved.
I guess.
You say well deserved.
Yeah, have your double standard. Get it.
Nah, you can't. But you can't want equal rights, but then want double standard. That shit go both ways.
Nah, dog, that ain't true. We do that in the black community, dog.
It's just ridiculous. the shit that's
Wow.
going on here.
We're not doing. We're not finna
All
do a
right.
whole another episode of dick puns. That's what we're not finna do.
It's just ridiculous.
Okay, I'm out.
Ridiculous.
All right, man. I'll be back, man.
All right,
Y'all-
moving on.
Correct.
So I didn't. I'll just say the next. We're going to continue the double standard here. So as we talked about in our conference with does someone know the other female's name, or I'm sorry, young woman's name? Because I
I mean, I
know
can look it up.
There's a young
I
Russian
can look it up
lady.
right now.
so
Well,
I
we
know
could,
Shakari Richardson.
Shit.
She had was not allowed to compete over use of marijuana, and even at that time, her reason for using marijuana at the time was to get over the death of a loved one. But they still denied her allowance to perform, and then the young woman in question, in comparison to this double standard, um, it was traces of steroids.
no, it was a weird thing because they weren't sure if it was legal because she took something for her to get her oxygen levels or something because I think she had some sort of
She tested positive for a banned
condition.
substance. It was banned.
It
But
was a banned subject and
Yeah.
substance, and I remember they said the reason why she claimed she supposedly got it in her system that she'd like drank something from her grandfather or something, and supposedly that's how it got in her system.
was this because
What's
I'm
her
reading
name?
something now that says it's legal now.
Kamila. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this last name. I'm not even gonna say it. I can't pronounce names. But it was, she's only 15, figure skater.
She'll be back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was banned and they let her compete.
Yeah, they let her compete, saying that it would something on the lines that it would scar her not to be able to do something that she wanted to do. And I was like, you guys did the same thing. What's the difference? It's the double standard, obviously. Like you denied her from doing something she's used to doing because of supposedly the psychological damage it could pose to the person, because it's something they've been doing their entire life.
But
So
marijuana's evil.
Yeah, it still is. Only in certain parts, I'd guess. In the old culture, it is.
Look,
the old culture.
This is kind of unrelated, but I've watched 2 episodes of Euphoria, and I'm like, I pray that if my daughter dabbles, it's only marijuana, because this shit is. I'm not watching no more of this shit.
Brutal, ain't it? It'll depress the shit out of you.
I can't watch no more of this. I told the wife, I said, just go ahead without me. I'm done.
It's depressing, ain't it?
I said, this is some wild shit. Like,
because you got to think about what kids go through now with social media being a major influence.
I just wanted to hug her.
Euphoria is
Oh,
that's some brutal shit. Like it's a good show, but it's brutal. It gets you in your feelings because you're like, damn, if they got to do, we didn't have to deal with this shit growing up. So like,
Yeah,
damn, like
it's different. But
yeah,
I mean, it's to the point is, I mean, it's clearly a double standard. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even hidden. Not even hidden. And like, you can't use because she was the top of the class, because so was Shikari. She was favored to win. So it has nothing to do with having to get the ratings up. It's still a good old boys club.
Yeah.
Know your place, kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. It sucks because it's almost like we're not allowed to make mistakes.
Nope.
We're not allowed to have setbacks. We have to be perfect in every single way, or we're deemed unworthy or a bad
Thugs,
person.
criminals.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's well, on the flip side, you have others who as soon as they slip up, it's the land of second chances. Okay, what about for us?
Yeah,
I mean,
look at all the shootings.
I mean,
When it's
a
a young
lot of
white
people-
male,
Yeah, a lot of people of our colors don't get a first chance. You know what I'm
they'd
saying?
be like, "Oh, he was a good
Yeah,
kid with the mental problems," and they're trying to figure out and try to paint it to, "Oh, come on, he came from a good background," but his shit is victims. When we're victims, and they'll still try to look for some way to drag us. Yo, he's not all clean. He did this. He did that. He's not that innocent. And you're like, well, goddamn, like it's clearly the double
Yeah,
standard.
it is. I
Can't
mean,
beat all that. Hey, look at him. He
Guess the
looks like a thug. Like,
silver lining is she didn't win.
yeah,
She didn't. She didn't
oh
even medal. She didn't even medal.
yeah.
You're like, oh, well, guess that's out of the window. Good.
yeah, yeah.
That was their best fucking. They made her fucking be bad. Hey, you better go suck.
Nah, I
You
doubt
win.
that.
You'll be
You
back.
win. Yeah.
You'll be back in 4 years. Don't trip. 19 years old. That ain't no big deal. But it didn't teach her a lesson at all. She didn't learn shit.
Never do.
Yeah.
Very
Never
true.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to say on that.
So as we move on, Mo, Lethal, I'm gonna let you take over. You said you saw an analogy or a quote about friends
All the 20.
and the
Oh,
company you keep.
oh, oh. Okay. I
And
was
go
like
ahead
taking
and
over.
let the people know.
It was basically a meme I shared that I saw I rocks with, and it said basically he is a guy basically said, um, I thought it was impossible to make 20 grand a month until I started hanging out with people making 20 grand a month, and I think that goes to um the mindset of who you surround yourself with impacts your life more than people like to admit. You know what I'm saying? If you surround yourself with a lot of people who have no ambition or no drive to do anything, um, then that's that's what it's going to be. You know, it's going to be harder for you because all the all the ideas, you're going to have a bunch of people saying, "Oh, that's not going to work. Or, I wouldn't do that," because they have no drive, they have no motivation. But when you're surrounded by a bunch of people where they have positive mindsets
Goals and
and they're doing
success.
positive
Yeah.
and they have some level of success, you know, you kind of piggyback off that. You can learn and adapt and then grow, and then that as a group, you kind of like feed off each other, and you keep going, and it makes your situation better and easier, because now you're learning and you're progressing and a lot of times people don't understand that if you it's not so that you're leaving people behind. It's just that sometimes people are just not necessarily um where you are in life, and if you want to progress, sometimes you gotta turn your back on some people. And it's not being a cruel thing. It's just kind of like, hey, I can't be here with you because I'm destined for something greater, type deal. I know
I
I
mean, I
know
see. I don't.
I know Mr. Wendell had a different
I
view of
don't
it.
see it that way because I heard. I can't remember who it was, but it was a really good point too. It's like, yes, you should surround yourself with people who want to do well and are doing better than you. We should also have people that aren't on the same level as you too. Like, it is our job as humans, basically, but black men, to lift up. So if you're only going forward, you can't reach back to the people who are there. Like, you don't just abandon them. It's
Well,
like,
see,
be the motivation with them.
and my only counterpoint is every group has different levels. Not every group has someone who's always on the same tier. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like there's always a dynamic. So there's always somebody there's always somebody at the top. There's always somebody at the bottom, and you have people in the middle. There's always that way. And the thing is, a lot of times, what I'm saying is, it's like sometimes you got to trim the fat because sometimes the person at the bottom is comfortable being at the bottom no matter how much you try to motivate them. So I'm not saying you cut that person off completely. I'm saying you just change how you move around that person. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm not saying that if they reach out for help, you don't help them. What I'm saying is you don't allow their procrastination or their view on life to affect your movement.
But you shouldn't change your movement, but you should.
But a
I
lot
feel
of
like you
people do.
shouldn't leave them. You shouldn't, like, you can watch a
Oh,
nigga get beat down, you know what I'm saying? And nigga be trying. They'll be trying. And just getting beat down, and you're like, damn, that motherfucker's almost broken.
wait, okay.
That's
I'm,
fucked
I'm
up
not.
on my
I'm
part
not
to be
saying.
like,
Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying leave them, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying the person that's trying and then like they're just hitting a wall every single time. What I'm saying is the person that's just sitting there. There's no movement. They're content in where they are, so they're not aspiring to be anything else.
Like they don't see where they're at as
Yeah, like they're
bad.
comfortable where they're at.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like
that's
why try?
to
That
each
kind
his
of
own. Because what if their level is comfortable? I don't
but
want to go any further than this, and you're like, that's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
but I think
But
the
that's cool.
point
Go
is
ahead.
because I'm sorry to interject, but
No, you good.
I feel like if I'm in that situation and everyone, like you said, to each his own. But if I'm around a person who's saying I'm complacent with this and happy, you have every right and prerogative to be. Don't mean I got to be around it.
Hmm. I mean, if it's not bad, you're like, hey, it works, and it looks like it works fine. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
like
gonna.
I said, they can be completely like there's homeless people
No,
who
no,
are
I'm not. I don't
I'm
know
just
if
saying
I'm
there's
going
homeless
there.
people that
Yeah.
love
Yeah, be
they're the
homeless.
happiest you ever seen and they're completely happy and they're fine with that and more power to them and you can even envy them for it because they love where they're at. But if your mind state and your perspective about life is I want more, I don't think there's either mentality is wrong. It's just different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have friends where I'm like, you know what? They are way comfortable, and they're like, I don't want to move up. I don't want to go. I'm not going to go down, but I'm gonna make sure I maintain this. And I'm not
Mhm.
going to move on from that and move away and not move with them. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do what I do. You do what you do, and that's fine. And we can still
But
bounce stuff off of each other.
but
Yeah,
see
like I said, but
the core of the idea is that you need to be around like-minded people. And if someone who's complacent is not like-minded if you're trying to grow.
I don't.
yes,
But that's yeah, I guess. But I don't let that dictate me.
I grasp that.
It's not saying change who your friends are. It's saying
I know.
change who your immediate circle is. Because there's levels,
I
like in life, there's levels to everything. You have your close circle. You have a little wider. You have people you see on occasion. You have people you don't fuck with at all. Like they just get placed in a different circle. It doesn't mean that you're not dealing with them at all. They're just in a different circle.
I mean, I understand that. I'm just saying the way
And
they go doesn't make me move different. Like if this person's this way and me and him can share something through some any other way, it don't have to be with what these are. It's like you balance my mind. Like just the
uh,
Yeah,
conversations we have
I get
balances
that.
me and brings me
I get
to a
that.
level where it's like I need this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and
So
and I think
Oh shit.
more importantly too, I've seen a situation where people have also drained energy of others
yeah,
because
that
they
has to
attach themselves to someone trying to move up, and they'll go, "I'm gonna drain them of their energy," and that's sometimes what you have to be able to identify and say,
yes,
like,
that's
you
different.
know,
But you have to be able to recognize what's dragging. If it's dragging you, by all means. But if you move the same and you can still gain good energy, that's how I see it.
what were you gonna say, Keith?
Oh, I mean, I can kind of test to kind of the mindset where you want to. I guess for me, you want creative people around you because you feed off their energy, and when you have, I don't want to say non-creative people around you, but sometimes you need something to feed for you to grow, and you sorry, trying to get my thoughts together. Um, yeah, you're not necessarily just trying to leave them behind, but you also you have to understand that they're not always they're not always your piece. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I, I
Um,
I think what you're trying to say, Keith, is that you realize that you only have so much energy,
right.
and at some point you're not going to pour your energy into something that's not fruitful. That doesn't mean that you're abandoning that person. That just means that you're only giving them energy when necessary. You know what I'm saying? I think the idea of circle or being around people with that mindset is mean like these are people you're around regularly. Someone who doesn't have the same mindset or the same goals, and you're not going to be around regularly anyway because that person is not going to see the vision. And so that's what I think it is because it's like like you said, like so if I'm an artist, I need to be around other artists that are trying to make it. I'm artists that expand my mind, artists that gonna make me inspire me, right? That's what you lean for. The guy who in the back who's just upset, doesn't want to create, and just think things can be handed to him. That's the guy you're gonna leave. You're not gonna be around that guy often.
Essentially, you need people that's gonna challenge you. Is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Because you said, Maurice, I literally have exactly my story and how I got into the scene of doing music was when I initially started. I had a rap partner who went by Antic, and he was content on making music, but just in his little bubble, and had no desire to get outside of that. And my brain always told me I need to get around people trying to do the same thing I'm trying to do. And then you get around those people, and then you start picking their brains, and you learn from them, and you get inspired by them, and you grow with them. And then before you know it, you're not saying necessarily that you had a problem with what the other person's doing. It's just, this ain't what I'm trying to do, because this doesn't fuel my passion to do what I want to do. And then you get around that, and you grow and you grow and you grow, and then you get around the like-minded, and before you realize that you guys are picking each other's brains to get better at what you do.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing applies to everything. This is not just this is like, it's not just friendships. It's like, or this is life in general. Like you're going to naturally gravitate towards people who have similar interests, people with similar goals, general
Or you get so many
similar likes.
cheaters,
I'm different.
people that partake in other shit because they start picking up things that they notice that in other people,
Yeah.
and that's how they grow fucking bonds with. That's why that's most of the majority of the reason why people cheat. That they pick up on certain things that they gravitate toward. Not always like about, oh, she got a fat ass, but
Yeah.
you might just have the like-mindedness. So
Different to it. Because I thought what you said with the other gentleman, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna go do this, and because I'm gonna shoot for what I want, but I'm gonna come hang around you because I know you got that passion. So I'm gonna just hang around you and just feel that passion.
but he didn't have it.
Then he didn't have the passion for the music. That's a different thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but see,
Then he
but the
beefed
thing
with
is,
me for
but the
about
thing
2
is,
years.
Do you get what I'm saying though? In that
Yeah, I get what
but
you're saying.
but what I'm saying, if he has the passion, then he's not holding you back because he's aiming to grow.
But I'm saying he might
Passion
not want.
sparks
He might
growth.
just be not. Sometimes I know comedians that are fucking dope, and they're like, "Nigga, I'm not going beyond this. This is where I want to be. I'm comfortable because I know what this is, and I want to do that shit." And you're like, "Okay, cool, whatever."
Yeah,
But
there's
they're
some
still
people
in
that
it.
don't want that
Fame.
quote unquote, that limelight.
Or not even that, just the extra. Like once you hit a certain point, nigga, you're gone. Like you're going. Even no one's gonna know you, but guess how much you're on the road.
Mhm.
They're like, I got this club, I do this club, this is all I do. I'm okay with that. And you're like, hey, you're doing you, and that's fine. And you're still creative, and you're still driving to be better in the craft. To me, I don't know if it's a different point, but it's like it almost feels like if they're okay with that, we're supposed to go, no, I can't be with you in this capacity. And it's like, I don't see why not. Now, if they're draining your energy, I don't know why you're trying to do that. So I got to bounce. I get it.
Yeah, that's where I was at. I was like, shit, I want to do this. You keep telling me nah, and I'm like, well,
Yeah,
fuck it.
that's
I gotta
dumb.
find people.
That's not okay. Like it's like nigga, don't tell me nah. Like, hey, you do that. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm supporting you all the way.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, we ended up beefing. He probably still, anytime he hears my name, probably like, fuck that nigga. But it's there's no animosity on my side anymore. I spit my raps about that shit. So, but it did happen that way. So I get everyone's I guess perspective on it.
Yeah, they're valid.
And yeah, my bad. Brain fog. Still recovering.
All gravy. Already.
I'm just gonna say
Biscuits.
pregnancy brain.
Calm down,
Would it be
Rihanna.
COVID brain?
Yeah.
Calm down, Rihanna.
Wow.
Wow. So continuing on, I'm trying to see how I should phrase this, but people change their. It was you, Maurice, or were you, Kevin, that brought this one up? People and their personality changing daily. So like when they wake up, they can be a whole different person
Oh
that
no,
day.
that was Mo talking about. Some niggas just wake up and just want to start some shit.
I did say
He
that.
chose
Oh,
violence today. He woke up and said, I
Yeah.
choose violence.
Yeah, no, because
yeah.
I mean, I had saw on something, and I agree with you. And it says not everybody wakes up with good intentions every day, or even the
Yeah.
same intentions they had the day before. You know, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You know, like some days I wake up with I intend on getting this done, and then of course I don't
Yeah.
because I just sit around and do shit because I'm off work. But you know, but then you have some people who just wake up and say, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna just go start some fires and troll some people, like
Mm.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I've dealt with many a troll.
yeah.
those are all over the interwebs for no reason. All you gotta do is say Joe Biden, then you're like, oh, well, here they come.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Um,
do you guys deal with that at work? Let me ask you that.
Deal with what
we
at
have
work?
we
Like
have the
the
people.
switch ups.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Every
hell yeah.
supervisor I've met, shit.
Shit.
One day
Shit,
you
y'all
come
know
in,
my
they're
story.
on good intentions and shit. Another day
I
they
almost,
act like
I
they never
almost cussed
met you.
somebody out this week. Shit.
Really?
Yes, Southern
Yeah,
knows.
why can't there ain't no need, man.
I was about to go flip some fucking tables over, nigga. You fucking with the wrong one. You got the wrong one, nigga. Or should I
Uh-huh.
say, in my old black lady word, oh, you picked the right one today.
Yeah. About to fuck around and find out.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had, yeah. I said, fuck it. I said, let me step back because I'm about to lose my damn job.
It's wild, man. Some people will speak one day and not say nothing the next, and you're
Yeah.
like, so
They're fair weather people.
Yeah.
good morning. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep
But
on walking.
see, the thing is, I'm the type of person who's like, I see you switch one time, I'm like, cool.
Oh,
Now
yep.
I've switched, and now
Do
the next
you
time you talk to me, I don't see you.
do you address it when you see it, or you just brush it?
We grown. It is what it is. You ain't got to explain
Yep.
yourself. Because I'm not gonna explain myself.
But there's this cat at work. If you don't say good morning to him, he will let you know. Like good morning,
Cool.
and I remember he's like good morning. And somebody just walked by. He's like, hey, I fucking said good morning. Oh.
There's a young lady at the job, and you know, we had a minor altercation, Southern knows, and so I just started avoiding her because I said, you know, because she's a black woman, so I was like, I'm gonna just be cool. I don't want to flip out on her, you know, and I recently she's I guess she likes us now because like I walked in the other day and I said hello to who I say hello to, and she was like, well, I'm right here too. So I said, well, shit, hello. Like, damn. Like, I didn't know we were back. This is where we're at now. Like, so I don't want you to feel left out. So I'll say hello. But, you know, normally I like when I write you off, it's gone. There's no return. Like, you can't get back in the wheelhouse. It is what it is. We're all adults here.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all adults.
There's one person in office I don't talk to. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what energy he brings. He could be whatever. And Maurice knows exactly who I'm fucking talking about. The rest of them, I just kind of keep at a distance anyway. But that motherfucker, if he even addresses me, I give him like a foul energy. But that I think, yeah, the when you ask your first question, yeah, we at our job especially, you deal with people who one day can act like they have all the best intention and nice as fuck, and then the next moment, if they're put in a position or their jobs on the line, they'll switch up on you altogether. And you be like, what the fuck? Like I thought I was cool with you. Now I'm not cool with you. Now I won't be cool with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my thing. Like I say all the time, keep the same energy. If we cool, we
Mhm.
cool. If we're not, we not. But if we're
Yeah,
not
when they
cool,
switch,
I'm cool. I'm cool with not being cool. But we're gonna not be cool all the time. We're not gonna be cool because you need me. No, it's still fuck you.
yeah.
Just because you need me, now you want to be nice. Don't change the fact that it's still fuck you. Nah, don't even talk to me, nigga.
Is that how you
Like
do it,
I
Keith?
can understand having like one of those bad days where like you're just not fucking with anybody. But
Yeah,
when that one bad day turns into multiple days, it's like, oh, okay, well, if you're not fucking with me, cool. I'm not gonna fuck with you. And then it always happens somewhere along the line. They're gonna come back to you like nothing happened, and you're supposed to be cool again. It's like,
what did
last
Michael?
time I checked, Oh,
I
go
was
ahead.
say what did Mike Lowry say? And if I come back in here, you know it's gonna be chitty chitty bang bang, nigga.
Yep.
I let him be all dumb. I got motherfuckers who've been snitching on me at work for nothing, like just lying. I'm like, it's people like, you need to say something to him. Like, for what? He gonna get found out. They gonna find out that nigga sucks, and then they're gonna be like, oh, I thought it was Kevin, but it's you. And guess what?
What I do
It's
now,
happening.
Kev, what I do now is when they call me at work, I'll be like, refer all your questions to someone so he knows what's going on. Bye. Refer all
I'm
your
an asshole though. The one dude who I told you who yells at people for not saying good morning. He stopped me one day. He's like, "No, you would say the same thing, but you'll say it in a fucking funny way, and nobody gets mad." But yeah, I'm telling the truth. But hey, if you chuckle, fuck it, you'll figure it out. That's how I do it. It's fun.
Mo, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I just had some shit happen over here. Keep going.
Boom, boom.
Thought you seeing UFOs or something.
Nah. I'm just my PlayStation was yelling at me, and then it did the whole like I thought that my internet was about to drop because I'm pulling too much, but it's cool.
So, yeah. I guess at this point now we will do our Black History Month heroes. Does anyone want to go first with their Black History hero?
I forget we do this every week.
I don't mind.
Can I be lame?
Yeah,
Well, it's not really lame, but my mother.
Curious.
I was gonna say,
nigga.
Long as it ain't no white person.
If I could reach over and slap this cup out your hand, nigga.
Bobby Caldwell.
Nah, I mean,
okay, yeah, Bobby Caldwell one. He an exception.
I mean, most people know that I'm a mama's boy, so it's like my mom has done anything and everything she possibly can for me, and I appreciate it. Even though if there's times where we're not the closest, I know when it comes down to it, we'll get over it, and so that's gonna be my forever Black hero. I just want to put that out there.
Very nice. Shout out, moms.
What's up? Now, do you have a nickname you call your mom?
Weirdly enough, no.
No, you just call her mom. You go mom or ma.
But mom. But I usually be real annoying with it because I usually say it more than once.
Oh, I just call my mom by her first name. I'm like, hey, I call her first name, and she just be like, boy. His eyes lit up.
You disrespectful motherfucker.
I would never dream of.
I hope all your kids call you Kevin.
Wait, my 2-year-old already does sometimes.
Hey, Kevin, I need lunch money.
What the hell
Kevin, I need lunch money. Hey, Kevin, the teacher want to talk to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I call her by her name. It's kind of this nigga.
Well, I think I'll go. Mine is Stacey Abrams.
Okay, shouts out. Study you know who Stacey Abrams is?
I thought he was gonna say something else. That's why I was
minority.
Waiting
I
heard the Stacey.
I made a bet. I was like, is he going? And then he didn't. Sorry.
You thought Stacey Dash?
I was about to say, ooh, all right.
Shit, I'm kicked out the community.
Like she is. Shit. Like
I thought this was supposed to be a serious segment.
Obviously, I thought okay. Go ahead.
No, but Stacey Abrams, as of now, what is she? Minority leader of the Georgia House of Representatives. She is currently, is she still running for mayor or governor? The governor should be coming up. But she is going to throw her hat in, and she's just an awesome, strong Black woman. Like, just how she moved with that election and made everything just mobilize and get people to vote. And then she went and stole that election in Georgia. And she did run for governor, I believe, when she lost. she did the same thing that was kind of dope, but it was in a graceful way where she was like, I didn't lose. Like he just happened to get all the votes because of, and then she just laid it out. Like they did all this stuff where it's like, oh, okay, you guys suppressed this, you did that, and this, that, and the third. And you guys know I'm better. And I was like, ooh, that's some gangster shit right there. Like she's the truth. And I think she may be our first black woman president. Like in all honesty, because she is no joke.
Don't say that. You know, you got a lot of people.
Oh yeah, we got to protect her at all costs. My bad. You said what? We got to protect her. She is a treasure. So Stacey Abrams. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah.
My choice for this week is none other than Michael Renner, aka Killer Mike. The man has bars.
A good one.
Keep predicting the wrong thing.
Right.
You want to say Jack? You thought I was say Michael Jackson? Michael Jordan?
There was a couple of mics. I was like,
I'm not gonna. My brain went to Michael Rappaport, and I was like, oh, he got the card. He got the honor.
Man, it goes to Killer Mike. Man, he has the bars, and he's very, very active in the black community. He educates black people on life, not just financially, not just health wise, but life. And he pushes black product, and he pushes black people to have their own. This man is this man is an educator, a motivator, and he's a national treasure. He needs to be protected at all costs. So, shouts out to Killer Mike. He is my black hero. And go listen to his raps. Follow him on social media. He spits real shit.
Yeah.
Between him and David Banner, I'll fuck with both of them.
Shizzle.
Stutter.
Mine's is Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z. And then the reasons why was the fact that he's throughout the years educated a lot of shit. He educates a lot through his music if you listen. But also the fact that he's made a lot of black people rich, even though a lot of them won't admit it. He's made a lot of people rich. And he's one of our first billionaires, or first rapper billionaire that I followed up on. But even more than that, he's a philanthropist. He just done a lot of giving back, but he doesn't really brag about it. But more or less, I just think for a guy who's in his 50s who keep rapping how he raps and still have a passion for it and still body most people or shit everybody to me in his music, still be in his 50s and be relevant is I don't think anyone's ever done that before. You're that old and you're still relevant. Music to where we still bring you up in every aspect of this culture. It's something that I think should rich, middle class, poor can all aspire to say, well, if he can do it, man, that gives me inspiration to believe that anything's possible for us in this country, no matter the setbacks they try to give us. So I'm gonna have to say Jay-Z.
I just want to say real quick that I really like the fact that we've all been picking people who are, for the most part, alive or recently deceased, because I feel like us as a people don't give flowers to the people while they're living. So I rocked with that. We got a lot of heroes living. The people don't want to scream their accolades until they're gone. And I just think as a community, we need to stop doing that type of shit. So that's what's up.
You know, you made me think of a Nipsey bar when you was talking about Jay-Z. When he said, he's like, Sean Carter showed us there's no excuses. I was like, I respect.
But with that being said,
hold on.
This is
hold on. Juicy Jaws. Are we going to stick with a name, or do you still want me to ask you every week if you have?
I think I like Dookie Doja.
That's not it, nigga.
Come
I'm
on,
not doing
brain
that.
took a different way again.
Look, man.
With that being said,
shit.
This has been episode 31 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly, aka Jesse the Barber's son. And I'm rocking with these three guys. And thank you again for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, etc. We love you and we thank you for all the support. But go ahead and state your names to the beautiful people out there.
Kevin Wendell, Dookie Doja, No, still not okay. Not that one.
That sounds like a fucked up incense.
Yeah. Like I'm not burning that shit.
Right. That's that
What's
swap meet
the
shit.
The
You
thing
know,
is, you say you're not burning that shit, but
Dookie
it's
Doja.
literally shit. It's literally shit.
right.
It's your boy Molito, man.
This is Geek 40.
And with
And,
that being
this is
said, peace out.
31. Peace out. Love y'all. Peace.